You are no doubt hearing it and seeing it in your area. Thunderstorms rocking greater Cincinnati this afternoon. Thanks for joining us here at 4 o'clock. I'm Cherie Pallello.
And I'm Ashley Kirkland. Let's get right back to our weather team. Kevin and Allison have an update on the weather and what we're facing this afternoon. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Ashley and Cherie. Yeah, absolutely. We got these storms. They just developed across the area. Skies went from sunny to dark very quickly here over the past half an hour. And now we've got these big storms that are rolling through. They're not posing a tornado risk, at least not for us. That may happen as they get over into eastern Ohio, but for now, it is primarily a wind and hail threat that we are watching with these storms. So I'm going to also bring in meteorologist Allison Rogers in just a minute. She's going to tell me about some of the reports we've seen. But Allison, let's start first on this storm on the backside here that's moving out of Boone County now into Kenton County, and we'll kind of work our way east as we've got several lines of storms that have kind of developed here. But this is the first storm. I can signal if you're in Florence back towards Union, I can now give you the all clear. The severe thunderstorm is now east of Interstate 75. But if you're over towards Independence and then eventually over towards Ryland Heights, Taylor Mill, watch the storm. You see that little black shading there. That's indicative, almost a certainty that we've got some hail in there. So we'll see what happens as this moves towards Ryland Heights. These storms are moving very quickly. They're moving at about 60 miles per hour. So this warning not only includes Kenton County, but also into Campbell County as well. Alexandria, these storms are going to be on top of you here in just a moment. A lot of you in northern Kentucky have now experienced what going on your third round of storms, I think, here in the past half an hour as storms have developed kind of repeatedly over some of these same areas. But here we go. Latonia Lakes, watch out there. We're talking about now. You should probably be looking out for hail. Again, the primary concern is hail. We haven't seen any significant wind gusts, at least so far out of this. But it's warned, at least severe warned, for wind and hail. The primary concern that we've seen so far, though, seems to be the hail out of these storms so far this afternoon. Luckily, I haven't had any significant hail reports. Allison's going to go over those in a moment, but we are seeing at least some hail out of that. So there's your times on this particular severe thunderstorm. Okay, Allison, let's go up north and just get a little bit of Hamilton County. Even though this storm up here now, in the Madeira area over towards Newtown is not as intense as it was previously. We've still got some heavy rainfall out here the east side of the 275 loop back towards Terrace Park and the Milford areas. Still seeing heavy rain and wind on up towards Goshen as well, Newtonsville. So anyone that has after school activities or programs right now are being impacted. Obviously the evening commute. Let's drop south through Claremont County now. Take you out towards the Felicity area, Bethel. This is what we're keeping an eye on. Just had a pretty nasty, probably little hailstorm come through Moscow. If you're over here in Felicity, this is what we're keeping an eye on. That little hail core on that storm, that's going to be coming into you with some wind and rain and maybe some nickel size hail out of that so far as well. Pretty decent hail signature. I'm sure on the hail tracker, are we seeing much? Look how fast that's moving too. So there could be some strong winds in there. I wouldn't rule out the potential for some strong winds, but look at our hail tracker there. As that storm came through Moscow, you can kind of certainly see nice little cluster of hail or a nice little hail signature on radar through the Moscow area. So this is moving over towards Felicity now. This is a few minutes behind. So what you're seeing now, the storm is actually here towards Felicity. So if you're in southeastern Claremont County, you've got some hail and on that storm as well. And then, Allison, let's go over and show what else is happening to the southeast. That's the storm in southern Claremont County with the wind and hail threat associated with that. And then lastly, you're looking better in Peebles, West Union, but remember there are more storms to your west. This severe storm now heading towards the Portsmouth area and about to be out of Adams County here shortly. So primarily a hail threat so far. Allison, you want to run through some of the hail reports you've seen so far with some of these storms?
Yeah, I've started to get some more and more hail reports of these as these storms most recently have started to really pick up here with intensity. And so far I've seen reports of about $half size hail. I saw a report of quarter size hail not too long ago, right around Union. That was closer to about 350, so about 15 minutes ago with that storm moving through there. Still seeing some reports of hail up to the size of about dime size throughout portions of Boone, Kenton, and Campbell counties too. Other areas seeing some hail reported. Let's see, closer to downtown Cincinnati had some hail not too long ago, reported a pea-sized hail. So it seems like so far, Kevin, within the metro we've been spared. from seeing some of that larger hail, but now starting to see those reports from these most recent cells of the hail closer to about a quarter or about 1.5 inches in size. So again, starting to finally see some of those larger hailstones with some of these storms too. And of note as well, Kevin, CVG so far still just recording some winds gusting closer to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So certainly does seem more and more like this is going to be more of a hail concern and is more of a hail concern moving forward.